Welcome! So today, we're not just going to solve a GCSE maths problem, we are going to crack the code on how the examiners actually think, so you can turn any question that looks a bit tricky into guaranteed marks.
So how do you do it? How do you look at a question that's worth 2 marks and just know, with total confidence, that you're walking away with both of them? It's not really about being a math genius. It's all about strategy. And that is exactly what we're going to break down today.
Okay, let's get right into it with a real example. This one's from a recent Pearson Edexcel GCSE paper. We're going to take a look at a question that I like to call the bottle factory problem.
Right, so here's the problem. A factory needs to make 72 items. On Monday, they're using 6 machines to do it. On Tuesday, they pump it up to 9 machines. The big question is, how much more time did it take on Monday? Now, it sounds simple enough, but the way you get those 2 marks is super specific.
So to figure out how to lock in those marks, we've got to go straight to the source. We need to unlock the official mark scheme. And look, this isn't cheating. This is just understanding the rules of the game you're playing. Seriously, think of the mark scheme as a secret instruction manual written by the very people who are going to be grading your paper. It tells you exactly what they're looking for, step by step, to give you the points. Okay, so the first type of point up for grabs is called a method mark, or M1. You get this just for showing you have a solid way to start solving the problem. You don't even have to get the calculation right at this point. You just have to show the right idea.
And check this out. The official mark scheme tells you word for word how to get that first point. It says you get the M1 mark for method to use formula. And it even gives you the examples, 72 divided by 6 or 72 divided by 9. Just writing one of those down shows the examiner you know exactly what you're doing.
All right, let's do it. Let's earn that first mark right now. We'll start by figuring out the time it took on Monday, using the exact method the mark scheme just gave us. So we take the 72 items and we divide them by the 6 machines that were chugging away on Monday. That gives us 12 hours. Boom. Just by writing that calculation down on your paper, you have secured that first method mark. That's 1 point in the bag already. Okay, let's keep going and see how this all comes together. We need to find out the same information for Tuesday so we can compare the 2 days. So on Tuesday, they used 9 machines. We do 72 items divided by 9 machines, and that gives us 8 hours. And remember, showing either this calculation or the one for Monday would have been enough to get you that M1 mark. Okay, so now we have the 2 key bits of information we need, 12 hours for Monday and 8 hours for Tuesday. Now we can finally put them together to find the final answer and grab that all-important second mark. So let's just map this whole thing out. Step 1 was getting Monday's time. Check. Step 2, getting Tuesday's time. Check. The final step, which actually answers the question, is just to find the difference between them. That is the complete road to full marks. And that final step is how you earn the second kind of mark, the accuracy mark, or A1. But, and this is the really crucial part, you can only get the A1 mark if you've already shown a correct method and gotten at M1. You see how this works? You can't just guess the answer and get full credit. The M1 and A1 are a team. The method mark proves you understand the process, and the accuracy mark proves you can actually do the calculation. The examiners want to reward your thinking, not just your ability to magically pull a number out of thin air.
So to get that final answer, we just do the last little bit of math. Monday's 12 hours minus Tuesday's 8 hours.
And that, of course, gives us 4 hours. But here's the thing to remember. This number 4 all by itself isn't worth 2 marks. It's only worth that final accuracy mark if your method is already there on the page.
And there you have it. You get 1 mark, the M1, just for writing down a valid first step. You get the second mark, the A1, for giving the correct final answer of 4. And that is exactly how you guarantee yourself 2 out of 2 marks on this question.
See, this wasn't really just about one question, was it? This is a whole way of thinking. The mark scheme is your guide to how points are given out across the entire paper. So the real question is, what other secret codes are you going to find in your next practice exam?